The Supreme Court, in one of the controversial judgments, have found Prashant Bhushan, a senior civil rights lawyer, to be guilty of contempt of court. So the reason for finding Prashant Bhushan guilty was his two tweets, one referring to the objection, what he perceived to be an objectionable behavior of the Chief Justice of India, who was shown in a very informal way during a pandemic, and second was referring to the his sort of political opinion on the kind of judgment that are coming from the Supreme Court in the recent past, especially during the last six Chief Justices. So this 108-page judgment of the Supreme Court bench led by Justice Arun Mishra found Prashant Bhushan guilty of contempt of court. Well, the Constitution itself allows Supreme Court under Article 129 and High Courts under Article 215 to initiate the contempt of case proceedings. So the Supreme Court has initiated a suo motu proceedings against the Prashant Bhushan. So the court has a power to try these cases under the Article 129 and 215, and there is also a contempt of court case, Contempt of Court Act of 1971 also. So nobody finds fault with the Supreme Court for taking up a contempt case. But the kind of observation the court has made and the kind of conclusion the court has come have raised very serious questions. Firstly, the Supreme Court in this judgment said that if action is not taken on Prashant Bhushan, it will undermine the dignity of courts, it will destabilize the democracy, it will lower the image of India, lower the image of the country, and it will also impede administration of justice. Obviously, one fails to understand how mere act of tweeting, how just two tweets by an individual can destabilize Indian democracy, can undermine the authority of Indian judiciary, can weaken the authority of Indian judiciary, can lower the image of country. So in either India or its judiciary is not on such a weak foundation to be so adversely affected by two tweets. So this is something which is very difficult to comprehend. How can two tweets affect Indian democracy in such a serious fashion? So that is the first question. Second question is, several important cases are pending before the Supreme Court, including some of the constitutional questions like Article 370 abrogation, the Citizenship Amendment Act. Many bail petitions are pending, as a result of which the fundamental rights of several people are being affected, because if I am eligible for bail, if I am not getting a bail, my right to liberty, which is a fundamental right, is trampled upon. So this is essentially because the court is now only hearing virtual presentations from the lawyers. The court has suspended the physical hearing due to pandemic, and it is justified because of the kind of situation that prevails in the country. But the point is, when Supreme Court due to pandemic is unable to hear certain cases related to constitutional questions and fundamental rights of citizens, how can the Supreme Court take up this contempt case with such a remarkable alacrity? These tweets were made in June, so the Supreme Court has shown unusual hurry. Even the retired judges today opine that the court should have waited at least till the physical hearing resumes, so that the procedural fairness would have been given to the accused. But unfortunately, Supreme Court, by taking up this case under giving it such a great priority, perhaps sends a unwanted signal that the court is more concerned with its rights than the rights of the citizens which it has to protect. Then the third aspect is, well, this judgment is delivered by Justice Arun Mishra led bench. Prashant Bhushan, in a written submission to the Chief Justice of India, has expressed apprehensions that Justice Arun Mishra may perhaps be hostile towards him. is he has his own line of argument. He says the previous experiences are like that, and more significantly, he says that Prashant Bhushan is a vocal critic of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Justice Arun Mishra has publicly expressed admiration for the Prime Minister Modi, which is unbecoming of a judge of a Supreme Court, because the restatement of values of judicial life adopted by the judges themselves on May 7, 1997, so very clearly says that every judge has to maintain a degree of aloofness so as to maintain the dignity of the high post he holds. So therefore, by the act of expressing public admiration to the executive by a judge is contrary to the restatement of values of judicial life of 1997, which is considered as a code of judicial ethics. So obviously Prashant Bhushan raised this objection. Normally, when a person who is facing a trial has certain objection to a bench, the court should accept. Why court should accept means because the restatement of values of judicial life itself says it is not just enough to deliver the justice, but justice seen to be done. So it is not enough just to be justice merely done, but it has to be seen to be done. So precisely on that reason, if justice should be seen to be done, then the Prashant Bhushan case should have been referred to other benches. There are at least 3 benches as per the roster can take up such a case related to the contempt of court. So unfortunately, the Supreme Court did not concede to this request. Justice Venkatachala judgment in Supreme Court itself says when someone fears a bias against him, we have to consider this from his point of view, not from the point of view of the judge against whom the person is fearing bias, against whom he is making a statement that the judge may be biased. So that clearly shows that the person who feels that there can be a bias against him, if particular judge is trying this case, there's every reason that the case should have been given to some other judge. Then the next 4th point is, what is these 2 tweets? Before I come to the first tweet, let me explain the second tweet. The second tweet refers to the functioning of Indian judiciary. Prashant Bhushan in this tweet said, the recent judgments of the Supreme Court, especially under the last 6 Chief Justices, have undermined Indian democracy. Well, this is nothing against any particular judge. It is not a scandalous remark against a judge or judiciary or Supreme Court. This does not amount to scandalizing judiciary, but it is an expression of a political opinion on the kind of jurisprudence that is taking place in the recent past. So every citizen of India has a right to criticize the judgments of Supreme Court or even High Court. Supreme Court is the first court in India. It is the highest court of India. But it is not infallible, and nobody can say it will never make an error. Even Supreme Court also may err in its judgment. And there are many instances where Supreme Court has revised its own judgments. So when Supreme Court itself revises its own judgments, setting aside the earlier judgments, what is wrong if a citizen makes a comment on the nature of judgment that are coming? And the citizen here, Prashant Bhushan, is one of the outstanding lawyers who has specialized in the public interest litigation and who has contributed to the increased prestige of Indian judicial process. So therefore, mere act of expressing an opinion on the nature of jurisprudence in India will not attract contempt of court. So then the last one and the most important one is the tweet on the Chief Justice of India. It is not, what is the tweet all about? Well, the tone and tenor of the tweet, one may not agree. We may not agree with the need to make a tweet on that, but essentially the tweet is a fact. What is that fact? The fact was that the Chief Justice of India was seen in a very informal setting sitting on a Harley Davidson motorcycle and without wearing a mask. Someone very close to him was also not wearing a mask, and social distancing norms were not followed. So the Prashant Bhushan tweet refers to the alleged double standards. On one side, you are suspended physical hearing of cases citing pandemic. On the other side, the personal behavior of the Chief Justice goes contrary to the pandemic guidelines. Well, again, the restatement of values of judicial life 1997 very clearly states that a judge should always remember that he is always in a public gaze and he should always be conscious of any act of omission that will undermine the position which is holding or undermine the public esteem in that position. So obviously the restatement of values of judicial life also mandate a judge to be conscious of his personal behavior. And if there is a photograph that shows that this value which is enshrined in the restatement of values of judicial life was not observed, a citizen have a right to point it in public. So the judicial, well, I am not again accepting the taste or tone or tenor of Prashant Bhushan's tweet, but certainly Indian Supreme Court would have set an example by ignoring these tweets rather than acting with such an alacrity and by giving a judgment that such tweets amount to a contempt of court. So, as Justice Gajendra Gadkar once observed, the court deserves respect. The court deserves respect by its stellar judgments, by its fearless judgments. Well, the court can only be protected by the quality of its judgments. So, not by imposing or mandating something. So, this will be seen by the citizens as an attempt to protect itself. Instead, the Supreme Court can protect itself. Supreme Court's image and the image of the country will certainly substantiate by fearless judgments, by judgments that make Indian democracy more accountable to the people of India. So, unfortunately, the Supreme Court in its right wisdom decided otherwise. Well, and another interesting thing is, there is another case, contempt case pending in the court against the Prashant Bhushan. It was a 11-year-old case. In 2009, Prashant Bhushan, in an interview to Tehelka magazine, I think, Tehelka, made a very scathing attack on on Supreme Court. He very openly said that half of the former Chief Justices are corrupt. This case is still pending. So, will it not amount to scandalizing judiciary? But it has taken 11 years and still pending. Why a case which is of more grave proportion is pending for 11 years when a tweet on personal behavior of a Chief Justice was taken up with such an urgency? Will it not send a wrong signal? So, in fact, on that case also, Prashant Bhushan says truth is the defense against the contempt proceedings, because when he makes a statement, it is not personal corruption or it is not a financial transaction. Corruption need not always be exchange of cash. So, any impropriety can also amount to corrupt behavior. And Prashant Bhushan says he is ready to prove his case. The contempt he will attract the contempt only when he fails to prove that it is a truth. So, if he can establish it as a truth, then the truth itself is a defense. So, obviously, if you want to take action on Prashant Bhushan, one has to first verify whether it is a truth or not. So, perhaps that may be the reason why this delay in taking up this contempt case. Well, unfortunately, the Supreme Court contempt case judgment has set a precedent which should have been avoided.